Welcome to this Monday edition of Tullahoma 6 News in HD. I'm Jamie Treadwell, and coming up, we'll bring you some highlights from this weekend's Music and Arts Festival in Manchester.
And I'm Shannon Hamblin. We'll also hear about a new farmers market that opens today.
First on 6, a young boy has died after a tragic Father's Day weekend accident in his family's Hillsboro home. The father and son were riding a dirt bike in the family's yard around 2:30 p.m. Saturday when the two ran into some barbed wire stretched between two trees, and the wire wrapped around the young boy's throat. Officials said the dad called 911 and did CPR until the child was rushed to the hospital in Manchester, but the child died shortly after arrival. The father was not hurt, and identities are being withheld until the family has been notified.
A 27-year-old Bonnaroo attendee died after becoming unresponsive at the three-day Music and Arts Festival in Manchester. The male concert goer who was there with his father was discovered unconscious at the Manchester Festival's campground Saturday morning. Emergency responders attempted CPR and brought him to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. The cause of death wasn't released, but organizers said that the man had an underlying medical condition. The well-being of our patrons, staff, volunteers, and artists is our primary concern, and we work diligently to ensure the safest possible festival, organizers said in a statement. No further information about the incident, including the man's identity, will be released, according to the Coffee County Sheriff's Office.
In a follow-up to a story we brought you last week, an arrest has been made involving the pipe bombs that were found in Manchester just before the start of the four-day music festival. Justin Lee McCart, 29, was arrested Wednesday at his residence on Shelton Road after police found two active pipe bombs on Walker Street in Manchester. Although the incident took place less than 4 miles from the Bonnaroo site, authorities do not believe there was any connection to the festival.
The Bonnaroo Works Fund has given thousands of dollars in great money to the nonprofits of Tullahoma, and for the last 2 years, they have offered the Tullahoma Art Center to host a booth at Centeroo during the four-day festival. The exposure at the festival has opened another avenue to raise money for the center and to spread awareness about Tullahoma, about the Tullahoma community. Here is Board President Beth Thames to tell us more.
So we're in the nonprofit sector. This is Planet Roo. We're set up with some other nonprofits, and we are taking donations for the Tullahoma Arts Center. A lot of questions are, what is Tullahoma and where is Tullahoma? People don't even realize that we are adjacent to Manchester and share the same county. So there's a lot of information just about Tullahoma being spread, but then also questions about what we do at the center. Do we teach classes? Do we have a gallery? What's our mission? It's pretty much just, you know, people, they want to walk through and just see what we have to offer and what's going on. So either people are really gung-ho and artist types. We've had school teachers, we've had individual artists, we've had people that are hobbyists, you know, I mean, it's just a very eclectic mix. Bonnaroo is the place to come for a melting pot, so you get a little bit of everything, but pretty much everybody that stops by is coming because they love art and they support art. So it's really cool to see people come by and find their square that they decorated last year. So we've had several people that have come by and said, oh, look, there's my square that I did last year. I definitely want to bid on that. I definitely want to try to win that. It's going great. Right now we're focusing on the raffle. We're selling tickets for a raffle to be able to win the big quilt that we have. And then we also just have a silent auction going for the other two quilts. So it's going great. There's a lot of interest. Oh, they're incredible. They're highly supportive. They gave us a $5,000 grant, so we were able to get our pottery studio up and running, and then we've also done classroom updates, and we've also been able to restock all of our children's classrooms for the summer, or the after school program in the school year. I've got summer on my brain right now, but during the school year I do an after school program, and that helps fund. It gave me a budget to be able to actually buy supplies and not depend solely on donations. It would just be solely dependent upon who donates. So there have literally been weeks where I'm using toilet paper rolls and glue from who knows when to make projects with the kids. So now I can actually lesson plan and purchase supplies ahead of time and have an idea of what we're actually going to be doing throughout the school year, rather than just figure it out as I go and hope for the best. So this is a fail-safe. The Community Foundation is amazing. They actually are who kind of shepherds the Bonnaroo Works Fund, and it makes it all happen. So, and they have their hands in so many things that support the art in Tennessee. Middle Tennessee specifically is who we're linked to, the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee. So their organization is just incredible, and they have resources to reach out to many, many, many different sectors of the art world, not just fine art, but they also support so much more and are incredible.
Local David Clark had a dream to bring back a farmers market to the Tullahoma area, and tonight that dream will become a reality as the Farmers Market Tullahoma officially opens on the grounds at South Jackson. Here's David Clark to tell us more.
Yeah, we just all showed up and it just happened. It wasn't. And it's happening this Monday night for the first time, thanks to everybody, Miss Moody, Mayor Curley, Winston. We had some good conversations on the phone to start with. It almost put me out of the notion of even going any further with it. But he said something about that they tried it before, you know, and couldn't find the vendors. And when I told you that, I thought, well, that won't be any problem. We've got them. That was more like a prayer than it was a statement. But anyway, it's all come together. We've got, I was hoping for 20 vendors by later on in the summer, and I think we're going to have about that many to start with. We got our plan together. We had Debbie Ball come from the state agriculture department and give us a lot of input and set us on the right track to continue forward with that. And as we were working on that, we were trying to find we had a good idea of the day and time to make it work, come to find out. And I had no idea that Monday evening would be that would have been about the last one I'd come up with. And I said, well, the farmers are going to tell us when to have it. And they loved it. So, and then we had to find a place, and we asked Greg Gressel down at South Jackson, and they just jumped all over it, you know. They said, man, this is great. So, you know, when you hear farmers market, everybody's they've been to one, and they know that experience that you have going to a farmers market with taking their family and all the activities and everything. It's not just about vegetables. I mean, there's all the freshness. It's homegrown. We're not having any resellers. It's all going to be grown locally, and the arts and the crafts are made locally. So it's, I think it's going to be a good thing. We need to get the word out. You know, we've been behind the 8 ball on the timing, but it seems like we've managed to knock down all the obstacles so far, and we're just going to keep pushing and see what happens.
Bonnaroo Music and Art Festival is not just about great music. Part of Bonnaroo's mission statement is sustainability, and that was the theme at this year's Planet Roo, where nonprofit organizations from across the country promoted their cause and raised a little money. We caught up with 2 board members for the local Highland Rim Habitat for Humanity. Here are Terry Bush-Quick and Sherry Cleveland to tell us more.
What we're doing out here is at the first of the year, we were awarded a Bonnaroo grant. So we got some money to come out here, and in addition to that, we got an invitation to be part of this area called Planet Roo. Planet Roo is all about sustainability. So they asked us to come up with a sustainable project to help build, to show a demonstration. So that is what Habitat's involvement with Bonnaroo or this section of Planet Roo.
Here's the project we submitted. It's taken repurposed wood and, of course, doorknobs that we weren't able to use in previous builds, and we put them together in a DIY, and here we go. Then they accepted it.
Well, basically it represents that everything on here is recycled, reused, or repurposed. This is a piece of pallet wood, as Sherry mentioned, doorknobs that are either outdated or out of codes or just discarded. And we've actually used sheetrock nails that were left over from a build project. And the whole concept here is you don't have to go out and buy something new to furnish your house with. You can use items that are left over from the build to help decorate your home with. So this is is the main thing that we're using in the academy behind you to demonstrate how simple it is to use the most simplest repurposed item to decorate and to furnish your home. So $5,000 from Bonnaroo work. I think it's called Bonnaroo Work Grants. We applied for it back in the end of the year and was awarded this money just after the first of the year. So we were tickled about that.
And aren't we using that for 3 senior is aging in place grants? And we picked 3 people that had to be 65 years or older, a wheelchair ramp. There were some little 3 projects. And we use that $5,000 to give back to the Manchester community. And so we're hoping with showing up here that maybe Bonnaroo will recognize our local affiliate and keep blessing us with more funding next year. Bonnaroo is a spirit of, in order to build a relationship, you got to live beside each other. And that's what Bonnaroo does. You're camping right beside each other. You're all about each other's lives for 4 days. And that's what Habitat is doing. It's providing a place to live and working right beside each other, and that builds relationships. And that's the beauty of both of them.
And Habitat does not discriminate. Anybody that wants to be involved with Habitat, we will take any kind of gift or any kind of willing heart that would like to be involved with us. I can say one thing, that I love it. I've volunteered Sherry to be involved with me, and this now is our new passion and our new drive in life is to be involved with Habitat for Humanity. We can't think of a better organization. It's more, it is definitely a hand-up ministry, not a handout, and that's one thing that we love about Habitat for Humanity.
Coming up next on Tullahoma 6 News and HD, we'll hear how the Chamber gets the word out about Tullahoma to more than 80,000 people in one day.
And we'll also hear from a young local singer-songwriter who got the chance to perform at Bonnaroo. So stay with us.
Miller Lite and Michelob Ultra invite you to celebrate America's independence at Tullahoma's Fraser McEwen Park, Wednesday, July 3rd. Gates open at 3 p.m. and world-class fireworks start at 9. This is a free event that has something for everyone. Live music from 6-wire and vinyl radio, a kids zone, petting zoo, food, fun, games, and more. The City of Tullahoma, Miller Lite, and Michelob Ultra invite everyone to Fraser McEwen Park, July 3rd for the Tullahoma Independence Day Regional Celebration. And don't miss the downtown after party at London's.
You wanna dance?
Check out Stingray Music on TV. Now available, the new Stingray Music mobile app, free with your TV subscription. Stingray Music, all good vibes.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Cool off at Southern Middle Tennessee's newest water park, Tullahoma's Splash Island. Fun for all ages. 3 25-foot water slides, lazy river, fun water features for toddlers, tasty food items available. All this and more, only $5 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 4 to 9 p.m. Sundays, 1 to 6. Join the fun at Tullahoma's Splash Island.
Welcome back to Tullahoma 6 News and HD. If you've ever attended any music festivals in recent years, you've probably noticed that State Farm Insurance has a big presence. In addition to giving away some great swag, the company's also raising money for some very worthy projects. Last year, the company contributed to the nonprofit Notes for Note, and one lucky recipient from that outreach program was Coffee County local Macy Tabor. Thanks to Notes for Notes, Macy got to meet and work with music icon Jim James, the frontman from My Morning Jacket. In addition, at just 16, she will also be releasing a single in the near future. And here's Macy to tell us more.
I've been performing since I was 4, so a really long time. I feel like it really got serious probably when I was about probably 9 or 10. I started really thinking this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be when I get older, you know. And definitely like want to be involved in music. So probably at the least, probably 2 or 3 a week. I mean, it's definitely a busy schedule, but any chance that I can, whether if it's like after cheer practice and I go straight after cheer to Nashville and like have to come home like really late at night, we just make it work somehow. So that's how it works. Last week I performed at the CMA Fest, which was really cool. I played at Hooters, and I played at Opry Mills. I played at Boot Barn on Broadway. Those are just some of the few places that I got to play. I guess it's really the dream, and having like perseverance. You know, you really have to have perseverance to be able to achieve your goal. So I feel like I have a lot of perseverance. So I'm out here with Notes for Notes, and that is an organization. I'm an advocate for their organization, and it's for youth that don't have the opportunity to have music education, and maybe they don't have the experience they want in music. And so they help out with that and give kids and boys and girls clubs the opportunity to experience like the whole studio time and all that stuff. And so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I perform at Centeroo, this little cafe in Centeroo, and I play from 4 to 6. And earlier we wrote a song, we came up with some stuff, and Jim James came in there and he sang along with it. So that was exciting. Yeah, it was really exciting. He was really nice. I really like his voice. It was really cool. I'm not for sure yet, but be looking for it soon, probably in the next couple months. But it's called Just Friends. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, all of the music places, so anywhere. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Macy Tabor, and also check out my website, macytabor.com.
And Macy, from what I hear, is related to our very own Chris Barstead here at TUA.
That's right.
The Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce is one of the first lines to be ambassadors for the city of Tullahoma. Every year the Chamber hosts a beverage booth to raise money, and even more importantly to promote the city of Tullahoma and all it has to offer. Here are booth volunteer coordinators Elizabeth Banks, Max Christopher, and past president Craig Harley to tell us more or tell us what it's like to connect with over 80,000 festival goers.
Well, the Tullahoma Chamber of Commerce is out at Bonnaroo to fundraise for the Chamber of Commerce, and we're here to support our local chamber.
So the chamber does a lot of events in Tullahoma, and so we, as chamber members, we're here to support our local town.
It's also a way to give back to our members by allowing them to come out here and volunteer, but it also gives them an opportunity to come out here free admission, just for working a small shift.
Last year we raised somewhere between $6,000 and $7,000, so this is a very large fundraiser for the chamber, for sure. And we're just fortunate that Bonnaroo asks us to come back every year.
Well, I think it gives us everybody a good chance to network too. We're meeting people that we haven't met before. We're meeting a lot of out-of-towners that we would never meet before, and so that's the funnest part for me, is just to see the people watch and introduce ourselves. Welcome to Tullahoma and Manchester, Coffee County, and so it's just it's a fun time. So, and we get to hear a little music.
I was at Publix this week, and you see a lot of people there grocery shopping. And same with Walmart. Saw a bunch of people over there, getting camping gear, getting ice, getting all sorts of items to go camp. So yeah, it's really good for the community. They
definitely helps the
local economy.
The hotels are filled. So it's good.
Yeah, if you have not been to Bonnaroo, this is the best year probably out of the 18th year I think that this has been going on. Is this the 18th year, I believe? So this is like the best weather we've ever seen.
On Friday, June 21st and Saturday the 22nd from 7 a.m. until 2 p.m. Lincoln Heights Baptist Church will be hosting a huge indoor yard and bake sale at the church. There'll be furniture, household items, clothing, a little bit of everything, and best of all, homemade baked goods. There will also be some nice air conditioning, and if you're looking for a way to get out of the heat, you can stop by and look around and take home some treasures and, of course, some sweet treats. All funds raised go towards the Outreach Ministry program, and for more information, you can call the church at 455-9475.
In case you missed the informational meeting, don't worry. Anyone interested in participating in the Tullahoma Adult Baseball League will have until June the 29th to sign up and be placed on a team. Players must be 18 to play. The season officially begins on July the 8th, and there will be 10 to 12 games as well as an end of the season tournament. Games will be played at 6 and 8 p.m. on Mondays and Thursdays, and players need to provide their own cleats and bats. Average cost is $65 per player. For more information, call 455-1121 and ask for Colton, or you can send him an email at cgun@tullahomatn.gov.
The Tullahoma Independence Day Regional Celebration is just a month away, but with enough space for 70 vendors, there's still plenty of room but for the 10 by 10 spaces available, and prices will vary from $45 to $185, and electricity is also available. You can be a sponsor for this exciting event that draws a crowd from all over Middle Tennessee and not just the Tullahoma area. For more details how to become a part of this wonderful event, check out the Facebook page, Tullahoma Fireworks on Facebook, or send an email to wbrooks@tullahomatn.gov. And to become a sponsor, you can call 247-1574.
Every Wednesday until October, you can enjoy fresh vegetables, beef, eggs, and baked goods at the food fair. Vendors will be set up in the parking lot of Trinity Lutheran Church at 705 Wilson Avenue from 6 to 11 a.m. Offerings will change from week to week, so be sure not to miss out. For more information or details, you can contact the church at 455-9475.
Coming up next on Tullahoma 6 News in HD, we'll have your work week weather forecast.
And not only the weather, but we'll also take a look at local sports right after this.
Miller Lite and Michelob Ultra invite you to celebrate America's independence at Tullahoma's Fraser McEwen Park, Wednesday, July 3rd. Gates open at 3 p.m. and world-class fireworks start at 9. This is a free event that has something for everyone. Live music from Six Wire and vinyl radio, a kids zone, petting zoo, food, fun, games, and more. The City of Tullahoma, Miller Lite, and Michelob Ultra invite everyone to Fraser McEwen Park, July 3rd for the Tullahoma Independence Day Regional Celebration. And don't miss the downtown after party at London's.
This is your internet service at 10 meg speeds. This is internet service at gigabit. No other local provider can match this level of speed. Call us today to get the world's fastest internet.
Cool off at Southern Middle Tennessee's newest water park, Tullahoma's Splash Island. Fun for all ages. 3 25-foot water slides, lazy river, fun water features for toddlers, tasty food items available. All this and more, only $5 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 4 to 9 p.m. Sundays, 1 to 6. Join the fun at Tullahoma's Splash Island.
Does your family love to stream movies and use multiple Wi-Fi enabled devices? But are you finding out that your run-of-the-mill router simply can't keep up? Don't worry, LightTube has you covered with our internet router service for only $9.95 per month. Get back to what your family loves doing. Call us today at 455-4515 to learn more.
Welcome back. Jamie, can you tell us what day it is?
Today is our National Eat Your Vegetables Day, Shannon, and as part of the main meal or as a snack, vegetables can be enjoyed as a variety of ways. Each vegetable has its own nutritional content. Generally, they contain a little protein and fat in varying proportions of vitamin K, A, and B6, and some carbohydrates there too. So you need to eat 3 to 5 servings of vegetables per day, and another essential benefit there is the nutrients that you get that make you have healthy hair and skin. Looks like you eat a lot of your vegetables. Your hair looks really good.
Does having them fried count?
Those pickles that you had the other day.
Oh, yes.
And tonight is the opening night, speaking of vegetables, for Tullahoma's own farmers market on the grounds at South Jackson Civic Center. And the market will be held each Monday from 4 to 7 p.m. through October the 28th. And Brandy said, what's the difference? The food fair has meat, This is strictly vegetables, an old-time farmer's market. And if you wanted some more details, you can call Lynn at 247-5493. And now it's time for the weather. Isn't that exciting? Look at that. We have a 40% chance of rain, and boy, do we need it. High of 89 today and a low of 70. Let's see what the rest of the week looks like. Not that we can believe it. It was actually hotter on Sunday than they said it was going to be. Okay, so those showers come in today, 50% chance. It should drop down to about 86, and then we're going to be in the 80s all week, hopefully, because I could use a little break. How about you, Shannon?
Oh, yes.
As you can see, it's always like a hit or miss, 50% chance of scattered showers. And then on Saturday, the temps are creeping back up to 90 degrees with only a 30% chance of rain. And welcome to summer.
So, and the humidity.
We are here.
It's here.
It is here. What's going on in sports, Shannon?
In local sports, on Tuesday, the Tullahoma High School softball team learned that Jenna Jones was selected to take part in the Tennessee Softball Coaches Association All-Star Game this past Thursday. Jones was the lone Lady Wildcat to make it onto the Middle Tennessee All-Star team. During her senior season this past year, Jones was a two-way player for Tullahoma, having a solid year pitching and from the plate. In 16 appearances, Jones compiled a 9-5 record for the Lady Wildcats. In 93 innings pitched, the right-handed surrendered just 20 earned runs for an ERA of 1.50 on the season and struck out 98 batters on the season. She even recorded a save while tossing 2 shutouts. Congratulations, Jenna.
That is pretty spectacular.
Yes,
there. To round out our coverage of Bonnaroo from this weekend, here's a little information about the first annual Bonnaroo 5K. They call it that, the first annual every year. It's 7th. Each year, the festival hosts a 3-mile run that takes runners through about 7 of the 11 plazas of Tent City. This year's race was a little longer at 3.25 miles. And while our Tullahoma 6 News anchor Chris Barstad was out covering the festival and bringing us all of the video that we saw in today's newscast, I was out covering the very hot run. And that's it for our local sports, and we'll be back with a few final thoughts right after this.
This is your internet service at 10 meg speeds. This is internet service at gigabit. No other local provider can match this level of speed. Call us today to get the world's fastest internet.
Cool off at Southern Middle Tennessee's newest water park, Tullahoma's Splash Island. Fun for all ages. 3 25-foot water slides, lazy river, fun water features for toddlers, tasty food items available. All this and more, only $5 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 4 to 9 p.m. Sundays, 1 to 6. Join the fun at Tullahoma's Splash Island.
Welcome back. Well, it's Monday. That means it's time for our Facebook Friend of the Week. And this week it's Andy Hall. A big thanks to Andy for liking us on Facebook. You could be our next Facebook Friend of the Week. Just search for us at TUA LightTube to stay up to date on all things happening in Tullahoma.
And before we leave you, we'd like to thank our news team members, 93.9 The Duck, and your local newspaper, the Tullahoma News, for their help and support.
And remember, if you'd like to be a part of our team, just send an email to news@lighttube.net or call us on our news hotline at 571-7186. Be sure to let us know about any upcoming activity, event, or story idea, and we'll do our best to get the word out. You can also like us on Facebook. Just search TUA LightTube, where we update you on the latest news and events.
And that's going to wrap it up for this Monday edition of Tullahoma 6 News in HD. As always, we thank you for watching and hope you'll join us again on Wednesday.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you on Wednesday.